All right, Dave, I'm Will. Pleasure, man.
Will,
appreciate you sitting down with us.
Local legend Dave Liberman here.
Thank you for having
Mr. Ohio himself.
Yeah, I heard you before. I used to be the general manager at Premier Toyota, and my receptionist, her and her husband, used to help you out at the natural show.
Yeah.
But so I've heard about it. I mean, I know a lot of competitors that stay natural that do this show. So tell us when it is, how long it's been going, and just tell us a little about yourself, how you got into doing it.
Well, we started this thing in 1999. Actually, back it up a little bit. I was emceeing contests, and I decided to MC a friend of mine, Todd Pember, was putting on the Governor's Cup Championships. It wasn't a tested event, NPC contest, and I guest posed a couple of times for him, and he liked me, we liked each other. And I'd always send him a thank you card, so thank you so much for having me, and hope to do it again next year. And next thing you know, he says, well, the next year we're not going to have it because my partner, is bailing on me, can't do it. I said, that's too bad, I like your show. He goes, well, I need a partner to do it. Unless you want to do it with me, I'm kind of done. He goes, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. And he said, really? I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. I'll do it with you. I said, I want to drug test it. I want to do some things because I see the drug testing shows are bigger. And I also noticed that the NPC shows were huge, but the drug testing stuff kind of like was almost like an add-on kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I would see big contests like the Southern States and the NPC Emerald Cup and Jim Mannion's NPC Pittsburgh Championships and all that. I see these big giant shows. I didn't see a big knockdown, drag them out NPC drug testing contest.
Yeah.
I said, that's kind of my vision. I'd like to do that. So I told my co-promoter I want to do programs, I want to have guest posters, because that's going to cost a lot of money. Let's still get sponsors. He says, okay. He goes, I'll tell you what, Dave, you do it. If we lose money, then we got to reconnect and regroup. But if we do well, you got the job. I says, okay, great. So I got a lot of sponsors. I had a big budget, and it was a big success. And our numbers grew from there, and we've had biggest NPC contest in the state. And honestly, I think regionally, we were probably one of the biggest NPC drug testing shows in the country. So it's been great ever since. And
Yeah, I was going to say, how many clients or how many competitors do you guys typically have on a yearly basis?
Well, it's funny. We became a victim of our success because we've had our biggest show ever was 2014. We have over 400 bodies.
Wow.
But all the NPC shows were giant back then. I mean, even a show that wasn't really that big had 120 to 150 competitors. So everybody was just super inflated. And what happened is I think when you become a victim of your own success, people started liking the show but getting scared. Like, wow, the shows are so big. I don't know if we could do that show. I want to do something smaller. So we added classes. And that's the big thing that I want to let everybody know is that the sooner people enter the contest, the more we can add those classes. I mean, I personally don't like it when I see 15 people in a class. It's their first contest. It's a contest. I'm not saying it's an award ceremony, but I want to make sure that everyone's got a chance. So if they do novice, open, masters, at some point they're going to come home with at least a trophy. And speaking of trophies, we give out some big ones. We give out big giant trophies. First is 6th place, 6 foot. Second is 5 foot. Fourth is 4 foot. So it goes down the line.
Wow.
And that's with the open. And that's
so a lot of people are bringing some hardware home that's going to remind them of all the hard work that they put in. It's worth it.
Don't take your motorcycle.
You haul and bring this thing home.
Yeah, we're giving you furniture. The fact of the matter is that on the novice divisions, we give out those beautiful Neil Anderson trophies, and we give them out for the top 5. So you get like a gold one for first place, a silver one for second, a bronze and all the way down to top 5. And if you don't, unfortunately, make the top 5, we give out nice competitor medals too. Everybody gets a gym bag, everybody gets a T-shirt, and we got these beautiful championship weight belts by Athletic belts. They're fantastic, and they're giving out. Not only they're giving them out to the overall champions, but they're giving them out to the overall novice winners. Not the novice, excuse me, the overall masters winners, and we're giving them out to the teenage winners and the collegiate winners.
So you're a winner. You could be going home with a 6-foot trophy and a cool belt around your waist.
And a gym bag and everything else.
Yeah.
Got some clothes, got some belts, you got some bags.
Yeah, and that probably makes people I
hope so.
Want to go to that competition a little bit more because it's nice to go somewhere and feel appreciated. I feel like when somebody gives you a gym bag and they put in the effort into a belt, a big trophy, that's the show I want to win.
Dave's show, I've been to Dave's show several times, and I've had a lot of friends who competed there, and they do the best job at taking care of the athlete. It's a very good job at taking care of the the athlete. You leave with stuff. It's a great venue. You always feel like the stage is great, the lighting's great, the production's great. He's got guests that come, like Jay Cutler's been to his shows, and Andrea Shaw has been to his shows.
Andrea Shaw, 5 times Olympic.
Yep.
So I appreciate that. We do the best we can. You know, honestly, we want everybody to feel like they've accomplished something. It's almost like I promote things the way I would do if I was running a marathon. I want people to feel special. People go into a marathon. The majority of people that run a marathon are not going to win the marathon, and they know it going in, but they do it as a bucket list thing, and they enjoy it, and they get their bib, and they get their T-shirt. And I think that a bodybuilding contest, we all want to win, and I'm not discrediting that for a second, but the majority don't. The majority just come in there and just it's almost like a transformation contest where they just want to lose some weight, get on stage, see what they got, get some awards, get on their social media, pump it up. You know, and speaking of social media, we got Gilco Film Productions coming in.
Well, and it's funny you said, because you run your show like it's a national show. You got Gilco doing the recording, which is the same guy who does the recording if you go compete at North Americans.
Arnold Classics next week.
Arnold. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna get professional level production coming out of it.
Right.
It's really great. And one thing I like about your show a lot is that it's a safe space for people, because like they have all these natural federations to compete in bodybuilding, but there's nothing like an NPC show. And an NPC show, they run different. The judging is different. And like you said, it gives people a chance to be a bodybuilder for a day but not have to go against guys that they're just not in the same league with.
Well,
you know?
I mean, as a promoter, you do have a choice. And with me, it was a no-brainer of a choice, because we wanted to be with the biggest and best federation in the world, and the NPC and IFB Pro League are worldwide. Plus, I grew up with them.
Yeah.
I like those people.
It's the gold
They take care of
standard.
the athletes. Every one of my titles is an NPC contest. I have not won the Teenage Ohio as an NPC athlete. I won the Mr. Ohio as an NPC athlete. I won the Collegiate Nationals as an NPC athlete. So for me, there is no other.
Right.
It's NPC or bust. You know?
I've got a client right now. He's a natural guy. He's going to do a show, and he's great. And he's not the type of guy. He's older. He's in his 40s. He started bodybuilding late. You know, he always loved the sport, and it gives him an opportunity to be able to go on stage and do his routine and feel good about it. Yeah, we'll catch up with you right afterwards.
I got my fans here, guys.
Yeah.
So I promise you we're gonna.
We'll wrap it up with you for sure. But
No. It's okay.
It's all right, brother. Don't worry about it.
We'll talk soon,
I didn't think you
promise. I'm not trying to
knew.
blow you off, but yeah, we're doing this podcast. So sorry, guys, for
No worries.
mobbed by fans. It's like the Beatles.
yeah, everybody knows. No, it's
So
really a
let's talk
local
about
legend show. Yeah.
the natural side of it, though, because obviously with so much science and so much out there, even with TRT and things like that, is it harder and harder to find natural competitors, or is there something a little different about it? It's like that niche that you're in or you're out.
I think I honestly think it's easier, because if you think about everybody that works out in the gym, how many people are on TRT or other drugs? The vast majority aren't. Now, maybe a hardcore muscle, but you go to any gym, I don't care if it's Lifetime or whatever. I train at Titan's Gym in Menor, best
Great gym.
facilities
Great gym.
in Northeastern Ohio. And I mean, the vast majority of them look great because it's a great gym, and they cater to people that are actually want to work out and not just want to have some donuts and leave. But the majority of them, vast majority of them, are not on TRT or not on drugs.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get in shape. And I think you have a bigger market. And if a lot of those people want to get in shape and do a show, but they feel they may not have a fair shot at it. You know how I got started with this? I don't know. I'm going to be 60 in May, mind you, God willing, knock on wood.
Yeah,
but
there we go.
I remember the EAS Shape Up. There was a product called EAS, and they had a Shape Up contest where you held up newspapers, and you had a before and after transformation, and you could win a Corvette or a trip to Hawaii or a leather jacket or whatever. It was brilliant marketing. And I would go up to the guys at the gym. This is before I was a promoter. I'd be like, you look pretty good. Why don't you do a show? And they'd be like, I don't want to do that bodybuilding stuff. Why? Hey, you got to be all gassed up. I don't want to do that stuff. And so I thought to myself, God, there's so many people doing this. They should be competitors, but they just don't want to basically take it to that level. Mm-hmm. And back then, that was illegal.
Yeah.
Federal felony, for Christ's sakes. So people didn't want to break the law. People didn't risk their health and all that good stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I decided from the get-go, let's drug test the shows. It's a market that hasn't really been explored that aggressively in the NPC.
Sure.
And I thought that it was there, and it turned out that I was right. Thank goodness.
And it's cool for a local standpoint, because I know a lot of guys that are like, oh man, I'd love to be a bodybuilder, but I don't want to take the drugs to look like that, or I'd have to take drugs to look like that. And really, you can do a lot naturally. Like you can become a very good big bodybuilder without having to pump yourself full of a bunch of drugs. It just takes a little longer.
And you know, not only that, but some of the best bodybuilders in the world were clean for a long, long time.
Yeah. Ronnie was one.
Andrea Shaw is a 5-time Miss Olympia. She was in our contest and placed second.
Yeah.
Ashley Kaltwasser won her contest. It was her second contest. She won her contest. She's a 3-time Bikini Olympia champion, the winningest bikini competitor ever.
Yeah. Wow.
We had Nicole Wilkins, who won, I don't know, 5-figure Olympia. She placed 5th in our contest.
Sure.
So we've had some Olympia winners that have
started
traveled through
there,
our contest. You hear stories that Ronnie Coleman was clean and won the Team Universe, and it was drug tested then.
Yeah.
You hear Kai Green. I remember Kai Green as a teenager being completely drug-free, competing as a teenager, drug-free, looking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So a lot of those guys, if you tap out as a natural, and I'm not saying that that's what you should do.
Right.
I'm just simply saying that
that's what
if
happens.
you're doing well then, and then you decide to gas up, and that's what you want to do, and you know, you're probably going to be not only a professional, but a top pro.
A good one. Yeah.
A
real
good one. So again, I'm not, I don't want that to be misread. Like, hey, listen, winners.
No,
of course
put that
not.
out.
You know, and
Well, that's
by
why
the way, the NPC is giving a lot of attention to the drug-free area of the sport. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we were successful.
Yeah, the Ben Weeder now and everything.
Yeah, Ben Weeder and stuff. So they're giving opportunities where they're going to have natural pro league contests now and prize money and all this. So you got a lot of opportunities now that the NPC is stepping up, and we've always stepped up, and the athletes have never disappointed us, thank God. Our entries and tickets are at DaveLiberman.com. It's DaveLiberman. We've got the posters here. See this? We've got the I'm sticking together here. Got the logo poster and the other poster. And October 18th is our scheduled date for our NPC Natural Northern USA Championships. We're the Avon Performing Arts Center near Cleveland, Ohio. It's an $18.5 million facility. It's absolutely fantastic.
It is. And there's a lot of great stuff around there, too. Great places to eat, great hotels. Like, there's just a lot of stuff to do when you're out there for the weekend. When's the deadline for anybody to register that wants to be part of it?
Okay, so the entry without a late fee is March 15th. Everybody wants to save money. So two things. Get your entry in by March 15th, and I'm going to add those classes. So if I see there's in the novice, classic physique, you know, we have 2 classes. Let's say one has 15 competitors. I'm going to add that class. So hopefully we can have 7 and 8. We'll see how it breaks down. But we'll do our best to give the athletes the best that we can give them, because I know that they're giving our best. We've all competed, guys. We all know what it's
Everybody
like. Everybody
competes in something.
And to sacrifice and to do and to put your life on hold and to do this. So I want to give everybody the biggest bang for the buck they can. I want them to have the best experience they can, win, lose, or draw, and I want them to come back. Whether it be my contest or another NPC contest, I want them to support all the NPC shows, because it's very important that we all grow as a community and as an industry together, because that's why prize money grows.
Yeah.
That's why these contests get big.
Keeping the sport relevant.
That's why I can give you gym bags and belts and
6-foot trophies. And absolutely.
Dude, his trophies are crazy, bro.
That's awesome.
They're really
I
cool.
appreciate it. People are going to walk in your house and know you did something big.
Heck yeah, why not, right? Well, hey, thanks so much
I
for joining
appreciate
us.
it, man.
Yeah, thanks,
I'll
Dave.
make sure I get you a
Thank
copy
you,
of
guys.
this.
Yeah,
And
we'll see you
here,
there.
actually, take one of our cards, and you'll see. We'll post some of our stuff on there. We'll add you to it once we get the links cut up.
Make it collaborative.
DaveLiberman.com, DaveLiberman.com. Thank you so much, guys.
We're nights in the fray, nothing off limits. We got something to say.